Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. A moment here to see the numbers for Miles Bridges.
And his foul shooting has looked a little weaker over the last 5 games compared to where he was the rest of the season. I know how frustrating that can be, and I'm sure he's eager to turn it around.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Hayward and Bridges at the small and power forward spots. Ball and Rozier work together in the backcourt, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. And for the Clippers, it's Batum at the power forward with Zubac at center. Jackson out there with Eric Bledsoe, and it's George in at the 3. Wasn't always this way, but when the Clippers come to town now, it's a hot ticket, Candace.
It is a hot ticket. You have fans that are excited in the city of Los Angeles rocking Clippers jerseys in LA.
They recover it. Pass to Jackson. Now here's George. Zubac with a screen on Hayward. George passes to Zubac. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Ball against Jackson. Here's Plumlee. Here's Hayward. Offensive board. Plumlee, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Jackson, pass to George. Pass to Batum. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, Candace, you got in well over a decade in the WNBA. I want to know how the mental aspect of the game helps to compensate for any loss of athleticism, let's just say.
Man, BA, loss of athleticism? Man, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm seasoned. That's what I call myself, a seasoned vet. But, you know, honestly, I think it is. The game slows down as you get older. And it doesn't just slow down for you. You can control the game. And change of speed is important. It doesn't matter how unathletic you get.
Hayward outside. The 3 is up. Batum pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 to start. Hayward against George. Pass to Batum. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Plumlee finds Hayward. Back to Plumlee. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Plumlee against Zubac. Here's George. And he banks in the layup. And a lot of great basketball talent in the pipeline, both for the NBA and the WNBA. So, Candace, what players in the women's game do you see coming in and having a huge impact?
Well, you got to start first with the impact that Breanna Stewart has had in the WNBA. You're going to see more of those forward, versatile players that are coming in. You're going to see more of the big guards, those guards that have the skills. And you're seeing that in the NBA. It's becoming positionless. And when everybody's able to do everything, it makes for an exciting game for the fans.
Yeah, no doubt. Back to Bledsoe. Going inside after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
How about the speed of Bledsoe on that drive right there? Fantastic at slashing inside and finishing.
So for the Clippers, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Mann in for Bledsoe. So Charlotte going with almost an entire new group here. Washington's checked in for Plumlee. Oubre comes in for Hayward. Martin, he's checked in for Rozier, and it's Smith in for Ball. Here's Oubre. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. The Clippers in the lead. to George. Driving inside, and the jam by George.
Paul George demonstrating how elite he can be. It's a little tricky that time. I love it.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Washington a screen. Here's Oubre. It's tipped. Smith against Jackson. It's George on the wing. That one is off. So the Hornets will take it the other way. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. So it's the Hornets now. 6-point game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
The three from Washington. Knocks it down from distance.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Jackson against Smith. Pass to Hartenstein. It's George on the wing. Here's Batum. Here's George. He's covered by Oubre.
LA foul. Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think a lot of teams around the league are looking for this kind of player and this kind of versatility that Kelly Oubre shows off. And right now his teammates are feeding off that toughness.
Good on both. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Kennard from outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. They're up by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2.
Your Clippers.
And one of the most versatile offensive players in the league.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage.
Grant, that step back jumper, one of the most important shots today.
It really is. And for players like Gordon that are a live threat off the dribble, it's even more effective.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, Luke Kennard out there with Justice Winslow. Then it's Jackson, and it's Mann in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Hayward outside. The 3. Plumlee passes to Washington. Goes back up. That shot missing. Winslow with the defensive effort.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Jackson outside. Back to Mann. Outside Winslow. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Here's Jackson. Got a hand on it.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee. Hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
Hey, the slam by Hayward.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubats, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Batum comes in for Winslow. George, he's checked in for Kennard. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Mann. Here's George. Pumping in on the layup. George has got 6. And Candace, we've seen a lot of rules changed in basketball recently. What do you think's made the most difference?
I think the biggest difference, especially within the NBA and the WNBA, is the defensive 3 seconds. You know, and it really speeds up the game. It's important to be able to, continue to stretch the defense. And you can't set your big in the lane. They have to come out. So I think that's made the biggest change in what we're seeing the game being played as today.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets finishing with their best record in the last 5 seasons with With the addition of LaMelo Ball, this team finally has some talent to build around, playing a switching defense and going zone the most in the NBA. Guys?
Oh, fun to watch. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff. Hayward, the pass to Plumlee. Washington, a screen on Jackson. And he throws it down with one hand.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
George for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. This game against Los Angeles here, their first look at the Clippers. Hayward for three. Gets the three to fall. Hayward's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been a tale of 2 quarters for them. Terrible shooting early, but then they heated up and took control of this game.
For the finish, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And the defender tried to foul before the shot went up, but Plumlee with the strength and power to earn the trip to the free throw line.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Bridges, he's checked in for Washington. Oubre comes in for Hayward. Bouknight, he's checked in for Rozier. And it's Smith in for Ball. Jackson can't get it to go. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Bouknight can't get it to go. The Clippers trail. Pass to Batum. Now George. Batum sets a screen. Can they get it? The rebound by Bridges.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
All right, thanks to our special guest, Candace Parker. Candace, we're glad you could drop by and share your takes with us.
Anytime, BA, anytime.
It doesn't get much better than a visit from Candace Parker.
Oh, man, she's forgotten more about basketball than most people will ever remember. One of the true greats.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Kept alive by Charlotte. Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Give him a hand.
58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to George. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. George over to help. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now it's a 9-point Hornet lead.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
On the wing, Bledsoe. It's George on the wing. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
They're really working the paint now.
Here's Bledsoe. Pass to George. To the wing on the left. Batum in the post. And it's blocked. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's all due to their ability.
The visiting team.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. And
welcome, everybody. This game revealing.
They're in good shape thanks to the work they're doing on the glass. Their effort has been excellent. The numbers are too. And I don't see...
Okay, now let's take a look at the power ranking. That'll be our show. On to the third quarter we go.
Ernie with the flow, making those rhymes as he throws, sounding like a pro.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Mason Plumlee, he's been playing really well.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so in the game for the Hornets, Rozier the 2 with Hayward at the 3. Mason Plumlee out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Jackson with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Blocked! And they're able to recover. It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And it's stolen by Plumlee. And they're pushing it up. Tipped. They retain possession. Hayward's shot is off. And for the Clippers, they're shooting only 36% so far in this game. Here's Jackson. Count that one. And Brad, you were a big wing with skill. That type of player very much in demand in today's game.
Well, I mean, today's NBA is all about versatility. Can you get it done offensively and defensively? Players with size and perimeter skills are very much invaluable to their team.
The Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And a change for the Hornets. Washington's checked in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Zubats with a screen on Rozier. Jackson pass to Zubats. Bledsoe against Ball. Can't hit that one. And Charlotte going the other way now. Pass to Rozier. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Rozier's got his first 3 points of the game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Now here's Zubats. And here's Bledsoe. From downtown. Washington grabs the miss. And you think about the draft profile of LaMelo Ball. Grant, the court vision has been as good as advertised.
I mean, he's just a gifted passer who sees over defenders. He enjoys making those flashy plays. He's been everything you want from a playmaker.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Batum. Drops in the 3. Batum's got 5 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And there's a pick. Hayward outside. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the
Now here's Jackson.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Here he goes. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Who wants a T-shirt? All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud.
And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Zubats. Winslow comes in for Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Bledsoe. And it's Johnson in for Jackson. Johnson passes to Kennard. On target from range. Kennard's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Johnson against Smith. Outside Oubre. The 3 is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Kennard outside. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go. So the Hornets will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Los Angeles has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Outside Johnson. It's Winslow on the wing. Guarded by Hayward. Smith against Kennard. Smith passes to Hayward. Rebounded by Johnson.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Back to Winslow. Pass to Hartenstein. Over Washington. And Hartenstein gets it to go. Hartenstein's got his first points of the game.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, just helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Substitution for the away team.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving in. Shot to end the cold streak. And he lays it up and in.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Here's Winslow. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close.
All right, look who's coming on to the court.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Justice Winslow. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. It's stolen by Johnson. There's the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Ball passes to Plumlee. Rozier outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Hornets lead by 12.
An improved shooter from downtown. Rozier has been consistent in adding this to his game over the years.
Kennard outside for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bridges with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Oubre takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Well, assertive play there from Oubre, just being aggressive and not bothered by the touch.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise. Your Clippers.
And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubats, he's checked in for Hartenstein. George comes in for Mann. Bledsoe, he's checked in for Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Johnson. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, at the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Rozier against Jackson. George outside. Fires the three. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Yeah, when he opens up his offensive arsenal to knock down threes, PG could be an MVP caliber player.
Bridges, a screen on Jackson. Offensive rebound. And Ball gets it to go.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
George, no good. For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game. Batum is checked in for Winslow.
Your Clippers, Nicholas Batum.
Rozier, the pass to Ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Slam dunk by Plumlee. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Well, such a big body. Plumlee does possess explosive verticality and then, of course, a power finish.
George against Oubre. It's George with the drive.
Paul George just had such a fantastic year on the wing. Maybe a career season for him last year.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
The fantastic passing we saw from them in the first half carried right over into the second half, too.
I also love the fact that they played with speed tonight. They haven't sputtered one bit, constantly getting out on the break and creating opportunities in transition.
Rozier outside. Off the mark there with a three. And with George and his efficiency, Brett, it took a huge step up last season.
Man, I think B.A., he was just locked in. After the disappointing finish and getting ousted in the playoffs the way they did the year before, I think he was just on a mission all season long to prove that he could get them back there and that he was going to be a big reason why.
Charlotte's gone 1 for 2 from deep in this fourth quarter. Here's Plumlee. Shots blocked. Jackson outside. Out left to the wing. Pass to George. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
Oh, man. Paul George right now, he's on fire, and the D looking hopeless.
It'll go on Eric Bledsoe. That'll get him his fourth foul of the game.
That's his fourth personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter here. Rozier against Bledsoe. Three-pointer. And Rozier good for three.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Jackson against Rozier. Pass to Zubac. George for three. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. The Hornets have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Hornets.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
Out to Bridges. Rozier, the pass to Plumlee. Clock at 6. Bridges outside. Oubre finds Plumlee. Shoots over George. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Bledsoe outside. Back to George. Zubac with a screen on Oubre. For three, George. Off target. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were